Hey guys, we're back with Hugs 2018. I'm Nuze, joined with me, Sammy and Ceejaey. We're going to be looking at some variety TF2 pubbing just now. We just passed 14k, so congrats to us, hooray. Keep those donations coming in. But with us on the gaming PCs, we have Gubbins. I think that's Squirrel in the back left, and we've got Saf and Eepily. So, what do you think we're going to be going into first? I'm not sure. Do you guys know?
I have no idea.
I believe it's Smash.
Smash, the Smash game.
TF2,
I think-
Yeah, that's a good mod. I mean, I love the game Smash, but the TF2 one is just air shots all the time,
I've never
right?
played the TF2 Smash. I didn't realize it was
I didn't know there
TF2
was
Smash.
one.
No.
Yeah, I've seen the Minecraft
So-
one,
Oh.
the Minecraft map
Okay,
for
no.
TF2.
Oh, right. I think you meant like Minecraft Smash.
No, Minecraft
Oh,
TF2.
that would be something.
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, so if people don't know how Smash works, when you hit your opponent, they get damaged and they get a lot of knockback, and the more you damage them, the more knockback they take with each hit. And in the Smash mod for TF2, it's essentially the same thing, and it's a huge map with a massive skybox, and you just basically try and hit the biggest air shots that you can to knock these guys off the stage. It's pretty fun. I've only played it a couple times in TF2, but I'm a big fan of Melee.
You know,
judging by the screaming that we've heard, like in the warm-up, I think they're already enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it actually turns out.
Yeah, well, I don't know if we can get some gameplay on stream soon. I'd be interested. Who do you think is going to be the big players here in this Smash pub?
I think Eepily always goes for
Yeah?
the air shots.
You know, there was one time in I think I murked for a high team in an official or a scrim or something. We were playing against FM, and I was doing really well on medic. I felt except when Eepily bombed me. I think he airshot me 4 times that game, and I was just. There was nothing I could do. You know, he's just...
If I recall, I don't think we won that game.
You had the moral victory with the air shots. That's really all that counts.
Yeah, you're just you know how I work. You know, we're that analyst duo. And
Yeah.
he's inside my head. He just knows where I position myself.
What is it? Every
He's too
double
good.
mix, it doesn't matter who wins. It matters who gets the most air shots.
Well, I mean, but it's also true that Eepily always wins.
Oh, that's true.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
That's
you
what
can
he
see the
says.
sweat from here, though. Like, he's going to be trying hard in this game.
He has got
Our balloons.
focus safe. Oh wow, they're trying to escape.
All right, we're gonna put those over there away from the window. There we go.
Goes there from now.
All right, so hopefully we can get some gameplay and see.
So is this going to be
What's
like
going on?
all v all, 2v2, or how does it work?
I'm not sure. I think it's like just a 12v12.
It's
Oh,
kind of
server.
like team-based, but you get like your own points for what you do. So it's like you can't shoot people on your own team, but it's still like each individual gets X amount of points. So like one guy's gonna
Okay.
win, but it isn't like you're actually trying to shoot 23 other people. You're only shooting at like 12 boys.
Okay, so it's like team deathmatch almost. Like
Yeah.
one
Kind
teams.
of, yeah, but it doesn't really matter like which team wins.
Okay, I like that. I don't know what other. Do you know what other pub game modes we have planned? Because there's so many in TF2.
Yeah, I think Saxton Hale was mentioned.
Ooh,
So
I'd
that's
like to
gonna
see
happen.
that.
I've actually never seen that. I've
No?
heard of it.
Yeah.
It's I don't know how long it's been in the game as
been
a thing,
around for quite a
but
while,
yeah, I remember it being in very early on, and it's just I don't know. I like playing Saxton, you know,
What?
doing
That
the
was a
big jumps, the
tactical-
pickaxe skills, that kind of thing. But any other game modes that you like? Any pubs that?
I've been looking through
Mods.
the Panda servers, right? So the Panda guys have just, sent us a bunch of servers which we could basically do whatever with. And there's a high tower times 10, which we are 100% doing. So everything is times 10, all the good stats, all the bad stats, all that. I'm pretty sure they're even using like the times 10 version of high tower. So it's high tower, but the tower goes on 10 times. So
Okay.
you just go into like the ridiculous skybox.
So it ends 5 years from now.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever ends, basically. It's just much like regular high tower.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, High Tower never ends. I don't think it's not a payload race map anymore. It's just
No, it's
High Tower.
it's shoot the other guy if you can. There's I said there's different death run ones. There is. I can actually have a look and tell
We're
you.
going to have any dodgeball? Pyro dodgeball?
There is
Ooh.
Pyro Dodgeball. I think Perm's just standing behind me
Yeah.
and he's just basically waiting for the opportunity.
You know, so yesterday when I was in the arcade, I was talking about Zesty, who I found at Hollow Knight through watching his stream. Zesty actually, I think he knows Permzilla longer than anyone else in TF2, because they go way back and they played dodgeball pubs for a few thousand hours each back in the day. This must have been, how many years ago, Perm, do you think? 8 years ago. Okay, something ridiculous. So Perm's just a dodgeball pyro main.
That's where he got all his hours.
He's in a position to coach equally when we get to.
Because yesterday Omni was saying to me that he started off in dodgeball as well.
Oh really?
He was like really like try harding in dodgeball for like the first couple of years of his TF2
Wow.
life. Something going on.
That was the first year of TF2 for me as well.
Okay.
I went
Yeah,
out. I went
Pirate
almost
Dodgeball.
immediately into sixes. Like I had like maybe 100 hours of pubbing, and back when TF2 Center would let you in without an hour minimum.
Oh yeah.
Like I like to think that part of that was because I was so shit that they like had to set like a okay, you have to at least have played
He changed
a
the
few
rules.
hundred hours. Because I was trying to play soldier. My friend at the
Mhm.
time was just like, oh, you can play soldier. I couldn't rocket jump.
Soldier, I
Just
don't feel
waddled
like
around and
Soldier's
shot
a
the
good
floor.
class to start on, just because rocket
No.
jumping's.
In
I could
pubs,
not
I
rocket
Still
jump.
You
can't
just
rocket jump.
Wait for someone to walk towards you and you shoot floor.
Yeah,
But in comp, it's like
it
you
was
actually need to
awful.
move.
Like when I started, it was TF2 lobby that was around. I don't know. If
Yes.
it's, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it was a fun
Do
site.
you know what TF2 Lobby has that no other site has had since? Even Zoob's logs was they had Ubercepts, right?
Uber sets?
Ubercepts, and that was when you made a medic drop. So say you're a spy and you backstab the medic and he drops, that counted in your total. So it would, you
okay.
could see how many times you made a medic drop. I also thought that was really cool, and that's never been added into anything else. It was only on TF2 Lobby all those years ago.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but that's cool. Yeah, so when I started, it was TF2 lobby, and then I don't know how long I'd played pubs for, and then I got into Highlander. I didn't really know anything about competitive, and like one of my IRL friends who also played TF2 sent me a cast, and I watched some TF2, and I was like, oh, this is interesting, and I liked sixes, but I had nowhere to begin
Yeah,
because it's like
it's quite overwhelming.
yeah. But then he was making a Highlander team, so I joined that for a season, and then after one season of like really low level steel competitive Highlander in UGC, it was like, okay, let's see what I can do sixes wise,
Caught
and
the
then
bug.
the rest is history.
Yeah, I actually started just playing lobbies on TF2 Center back when I used to stream TF2, and I met Ceejaey, who's in chat right now, and he introduced me to all these lovely people. So I actually made like some of my best real life friends through TF2 Center.
Yeah, like it's weird. So there was a Steam group that we had made a few years ago called the AIDS DMix group.
I recall hearing
And,
about this.
The DMixes of this group went on for so long, just all the time they were happening. And it actually started with me, Turbo Monkey, and Qualks, where we met in a TF2 center. And prior to this, I was, a low div player and didn't really know anyone outside of my teammates and like a couple other close friends. And then through just meeting these guys on TF2 Center, we created a Steam group, and then more and more people just started flocking into the Steam group and playing these mixes to the point where that's where I met so many of the people that I know now, and that kind of, helped me climb the divs and just meet all the cool gamers that we know now in TF2.
That's awesome. I wish there was something like a double mix group that played like all the time. Because I'm always angling for a DMix,
Yeah,
That's my favorite way to play the game.
yeah,
People that aren't going
it
to shout
is-
at me.
It is the most fun, I think, a lot of the time. It's like not much commitment, you can still be a little bit keen, but you can do
You can have fun
gimmicky
and
stuff. Yeah.
I think that's the like how I've met like a lot of my friends has just been through like the double mixes and FM or Lego, and like
Yeah.
you meet people and they're fun people and you're like, oh, this is great. It's way better like socially, I think, double mixes.
Yeah, I'd agree. I do prefer mixes to pugs and a lot most of the
You
time.
get to
But
know people a little bit better because double
Yeah.
mixes, you talk to people beforehand, you
Mhm.
pick teams, and it's more of a social thing than a pug where I think it's more we're here to play the game, and
Yeah.
then when we're done, we're out.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's it.
TF2 socializing.
So how
essential.
did you start in TF2, CJ?
I started in TF2 because I used to play TFC, TF Classic, and I went to university, and then I saw TF2, and I thought that looks really cartoony. I don't want to play that. that's for kids. And then one of my friends was like, "No, seriously, try it on this free weekend." And I was like, "All right, I'll try it." And it was I enjoyed it. I had a good time, and I started playing it more, got into it, and I was part of a community already playing on like a Counter-Strike team. My friend was like, "Oh, we should play TF2 on this team with these guys." I was like, "Okay." And they were like, "They need a medic and they need a heavy because they're playing like Highlander. It's one of each class. We should do it." I was like, "Okay, fine." We did it, and yeah, because I got along with him. If he hadn't have asked me, I probably never would have done TF2 competitive. But I thought, oh yeah, and once I got into it, met like really cool people on my first team, and then you just stayed with them for like a couple of years, and then after that, you kind of like you get the bug. don't you?
Yeah,
I'll play for a bit more
You kind
now.
of have to stick around
Yeah.
because you don't want to just say bye to all these people that you've been chatting
It's
to.
actually
for a
how I
couple
met
of years.
Gubbins. Actually,
Really?
'Cause I was playing in an NA, and he was playing on an NA team as well, and his team died, and my team was looking for players. And I remember someone was like, "Oh, on my old team, there's a guy called Gubbins. We could get him a sniper." I was like, "Hang on. the gubbins. They were like, yeah. I was like, hang on,
Yeah,
the
this
British
is back when that
gubbins.
meant something.
Yeah. And I was like, sorry, the gubbins with the best moment of glory of all time.
I was about to say,
Yes.
this is the greatest moment of glory where
Yes.
I think he gets like 4 kills and then taunts and gets another 2 kills or something
The
ridiculous.
air pipe on number
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then the top.
yeah, it's just too good.
And yeah, that's how I met Gubbins, and that's in the end how I started meeting people like the Lash and stuff like that.
Oh,
from, like,
okay.
Through the
Oh,
European
that's
community.
unfortunate.
Through an NA
We're so
high-
sorry.
My apologies.
So
I
it's,
had no
it's
idea it had
Gubbins'
that
fault
impact.
for introducing me to everybody. Just
Yeah, blame Gubbins.
I
That's
think
why-
I think I met you. I think I met both of you at LAN before playing any video games together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so.
I-55,
I-58.
8.
Yeah, that was my first one.
I-61 it would have been. For us,
That's when
'cause
I met
wasn't
you.
at I-58.
Yeah.
Was the one big LAN that I've missed. Well, besides Rewind 1, but
Doesn't
Yeah.
really count.
yeah, I mean that was
That was a rough one.
in foreign lands.
Yeah.
We're actually watching Squirrel right now, in a 1v1 against another soldier.
It's me. It's Gubbins.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Oh, hello.
Who's
You
gonna
just
hit it?
straight into my air shot. That'd be
Are
lovely.
you on the direct hit, Gubbins?
Woo!
Yes.
And you're losing this.
All right, so we actually have, during the break, we got a £50 donation from Epsilon. It says, third donation, I am someone that's been diagnosed with autism since my infancy. Expect more info and a fourth donation. Wow, that's a lot of donations.
Will be
Thank
Sloan's
you
in the
so
server
much.
right now.
Wow.
tagged up with that Hugs.tf. I'm loving it.
Very nice.
All right, where's Squirrel? I've got
We're
to kill him.
also just
That's one
short
from
of
Copenhagen.
£30 away from the Permzilla cake goal.
Yeah, I think we
So-
should keep that open until Permzilla eats the cake.
Yeah.
So if you guys are donating, please donate
If
to
it
that
makes you
incentive so
guys,
we can wrap that
like,
up.
incentivize anymore. He does not look happy about it. There's kind of a little semblance of fear. He's rubbing his tummy, so I think he's ready for food. But a whole cake, I'm not sure.
How long do you think it will take Perm to do it?
10 years. Give him a little personal slice and he'll just,
I think at least 3 birthdays. That's the only way to measure anything in Permzilla amounts. Ooh, the first air shot coming out. Can he hit the second? So I can see there's like a kind of an arena type scoreboard at the top with like how many players are alive. Can one of the gamers explain to me how this works?
You'll get individual lives. So obviously it's like Smash with the hitboxes on the ceiling and floor and sides. So I'm on 1 life right now and 0 lives right now. Basically, I think you just keep playing until people have lost all their lives or the round ends, and then it all kind of tallies up, and a team wins.
And are you scored based on how many hits you have?
Yeah, that's how you get points. But kills, I guess, also. I'm not sure actually.
Has anyone established dominance as the best TF2 Smash
Yeah.
player?
I got MVP first round, so I'm
Ooh.
pretty much top of the scoreboard.
Ooh.
I think it's me
really
v
know
Gubbins right now.
What's going on?
We should have gone with the soldier main. I mean, that's like the right choice.
Yeah. Ooh, what is this?
Ooh.
Ghost action. Okay, are you on your last life by any chance? I can't really see. Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think so, but I
life
can't see
0.
it.
Yeah, it's just at the bottom, just below the overlay.
Oh, cheers.
How observant.
Has anyone hit any mad air shots?
1 or 2.
I don't think I've seen. I saw one on the stream earlier, but nothing super insane yet.
Problem is, if they hit the skybox, they die.
Oh
Why
yeah.
are
yeah.
there so many scouts?
So 218%, is that going to launch you into the skybox? Or
Yeah,
Yeah,
so like
that's-
a
that's
small
gonna
hit
kill
will
me
give
here.
you.
I should
So
probably
much
get down.
profit.
You're right.
We're ghosting for him, literally ghosting.
I think I've worked out the strat, by the way.
Yeah?
The Eepily brain, give it to us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's literally a case that you go scout, you go pistol, and you just don't let them hit the floor.
Ah.
Because it just does ridiculous knockback, and they will just never land as long as you can hit any shots at all.
I would like to see this in action. Let's see what you can do with that
It's a lot of
tracking.
pressure.
You know,
Or tracking.
if there's anything that's a pure test of your gaming prowess, it's how
going
well
off
you
the
can
sword.
track.
Also, you can just get like an easy last hits, you know?
Yeah.
You can just like full on like fucking Dota farm.
Is,
Are we
is
on
the
the Eeply
knockback?
cam now?
Is it always like gonna be pushing you up, or is that
You're bad.
nice try, sir?
It's literally, so once you get hit in the air, if any hit scanner hits you, you're basically just done for. Because they'll just send you into the skybox.
so you're trying to cheese it, and you're still not winning. Is what you're
Well,
trying
the thing
to
is,
say.
they're cheesing better than me. Like, my cheese strat is, like, good. The problem is I have to keep pressing V.
V?
V to talk.
Oh, okay.
I think he's trying to blame us
Yeah,
for him being bad.
he
Yeah.
clearly is. We can just let him be silent
equally.
and let him
I
frag.
mean, there
What
is a,
keeps hitting me?
that is a face of pure concentration right now.
I know, dude, I'm kind of owning.
Woo!
Who do you think's the sweatiest gamer of Hugs.tf? I mean, Perm is kind of he takes the cake,
Yeah.
literally.
He's always
But
sweaty.
Who's excluding Perm? Who are the sweatiest gamers?
Cadus.
Cadus was pretty
I
sweaty.
mean, Cadus was complaining on the first day about how sweaty Perm was, to the point that Cadus went demo on Dust Bowl.
Ooh.
So I think he said it's only to take down the sentry, but I mean,
Oh!
Ooh, big air.
That was a big air shot.
Where'd he go? Oh, that's my teammate.
It was a bait play. You're getting juggled, Gubbins. I really want us to get some melee as well on stream at some point. It's probably not going to happen because we don't have what we need, but I think it's such a fun game. I think more
Something
people
for
from
next,
TF2. Yeah, next Hugs.
next Hugs, get like
Next
a tournament
Hugs.
going on.
Yeah, it needs to happen. We've got some enthusiasts, you know.
I could TO.
I dabbled.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. We should play.
I remember I signed the petition for the first one, the N64, because it was
Really?
only going to come out in Japan.
Oh,
They put
okay.
a petition out to make it come out in Europe and America.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, I want to play
I
that.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool. What do you think's the best class for this game mode?
I was thinking soldier, but clearly
Like,
these
the
guys
hit
have
scan
played
class
it.
is just so dumb.
Yeah.
You can't hit anything.
I mean,
with
is this
soldiers.
Huntsman like a real strat, or is this just...
I feel like
this
this is
tilt?
bad because when you're charging, you're really slow. Unless you shoot while you're in the air. But like, it'd be so easy to hit you.
Will a headshot do like insane
I
percentage?
don't know.
It wouldn't let me use a
do it
sniper
now.
rifle, and I'm really confused.
Yeah,
Like,
it
made me
forces
use
Huntsman, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's good. Look at the
okay.
map.
Yeah, it would be quite ridiculous with it. Well, there's the skybox.
Didn't go great. Not gonna lie.
So are there other maps for this game mode, or is it just
Tons.
Oh, really? And they're all just custom designed ones with massive hitboxes and platforms, I take it.
Yeah, I don't know if we can we can actually RTV if we want to go change and see a different map.
Or maybe a different mode? Mixed up a little?
We could do that as well.
Oh
Let
yeah,
me-
because
let
it's
me have
just a bunch of
quick look.
different servers.
Yeah.
Heapley's going to do a quick scan of the local talent.
Because I have to
Panda
say, I
service.
don't play anything like this.
Yeah?
Like I play like Sixes and Highlander, and
Yeah.
that's about it. Like
I play Sixes, and I play... for years, the only thing I've played outside of, like, Sixes has been, like, instant respawn, like, TDM pubs. So I used to go on this server that had the map DM Superstore, where you had instant
Oh, yeah.
respawn, and... Yeah, and it was just a massive warehouse with a bunch of crates, and it was just everyone DMing. And now I play on a high tower server. It's my only non-Sixes experience, and it's just instant respawn. I just plus forward. I like it because if I die, I don't need to wait 20 seconds to frag again.
That's true.
You know. But I think it gives me some bad habits in Sixes, if I'm honest.
I used to pub a bit, but there's a problem now with like the ping limit since meet your
Oh yeah.
match. So actually, like Valve is actively not letting me play with my friends. So that's pretty cool.
You should.
I've just posted to our gaming people. There's a new connect in Discord. As soon as we join, I'll post it into Twitch chat as well.
Nice.
And it is the times 10 high tower. It isn't actually the times 10 version of like the high tower map. It isn't higher tower, whatever they call it. But it has got the most ridiculously broken weapons possible. So
There's a message in chat from Soda Boop saying, "Hello, this is Soda's dad. I've decided she needs a break from being in Twitch chat. Good night."
Good night,
to be fair,
Soda.
there's some
Night,
people who've
Soda.
been there in the chat for quite a long time now.
Well, I mean, the stream's been... How long have we been live at this point?
Quite some time.
Yeah.
in Discord, new connect.
We're
Just under
edging
24?
toward 24 hours, yeah. And I think it's 27 is the total.
I think Special Effect is trying to give you a hug right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I woke up feeling fine,
Mm-hmm.
feeling great, and then over the past 10 minutes, I've just become starving. And I'm mentally just going through the list of like what's in the immediate vicinity that I can eat.
I made a decision a couple months back just to always buy fruit all the time. So just whenever I need to snack on something, a lot of the times I end up not having like a proper meal, and I'll just eat like 4 pieces of fruit. And it suffices, and it tastes really nice. So there's some pears and a banana downstairs, you know.
Yeah, somebody did stumble across a bunch of bananas. Bananas.
Ooh, I do have some
Helping
pasta
himself.
salad. Like a little bit of pasta salad.
Ooh, what
That could
kind?
work. It's the kind from Tesco with the pine nuts in it. It's just pesto pasta with pine nuts and a little bit of cheese.
All
And I
right.
think there's some
didn't know
garlic
that
bread
was
left
a
over from
thing
last
Tesco
night,
did.
too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Made
enjoyed
so
that
much
pizza.
garlic bread. It was surprisingly good pizza.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
It
like,
didn't look too good, but it tasted
Yeah,
alright.
it tasted
All
great.
of it's gone now. There was
Yeah.
a lot
Good.
of garlic bread, but it's like a brick now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go for the pasta then.
What's your favorite dish to cook?
Beef Wellington.
Beef Wellington.
Yeah, it's a really fun one. I haven't done it in years.
It's quite a lot to that one.
Yeah.
Don't
That
think I've
I
not
never
cooked it
said there's
myself.
not like a point. Like I used to do it like when I was dating someone, you know, and since I haven't done that in years, I just don't make it. But it is like involved because you have to sear the meat and then put it in the fridge for like a couple of hours and then
Mhm,
you
yeah,
bake it.
yeah.
Otherwise, the meat gets overcooked.
Yeah.
So it's
We
it's
should make it
involved.
happen. What about you, CJ?
I'm just thinking of this beef Wellington. that could have been a nice.
You do like personal ones. You get like a little ribeye.
yeah, because
Yeah.
you watch Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
always
of
do
course.
that. Yeah,
It's
I
really
love
nice.
that show.
yeah. I love
It's
it.
just so
Always-
funny, like all the time, the amount of harassment that these people receive from Gordon Ramsay.
I like a good curry, like sort of getting the spices and making something happen.
Do you have a favorite curry? It's such a hard question.
It is, yeah. I prefer things like a tikka. That's like quite spicy, but not too spicy. Something's
Fair.
too spicy, then
Can we get some two spices in the chat? But we are actually
spicy.
on a high tower server right now. I'm not sure what that jump was.
Oh, I hate that gun.
Whoa.
So
Okay.
everything
Oh,
is
it's the
times
winger.
10.
Okay, the times 10 winger. will
That
give you-
gun. That's a stupid gun.
These game modes, like when it's times 10, it confuses the hell out of me because I can't remember really like the vague little stats of a lot of the non-common sixes weapons. So like when someone's using the backscatter, I have to kind of piece it together and kind of figure out what's going on.
it's like the brass beast because you slow down when you rev up.
Oh yeah.
You're basically going to be at a standstill. if
literally
using
can't
it.
move.
Yeah.
What do you think's the best weapons to abuse in times 10?
It's got to be the black box. Surely.
Beggars.
Ooh.
Beggars bazooka.
Oh yeah.
If
Because
I
it
remember
just-
correctly, the loose cannon actually just dominates people. I'm gonna try
I
and.
mean, that grenade
Test
launcher
that.
does look ridiculous.
Yeah.
The thing with the beggars though is like the spread is increased, right? So the rockets just go everywhere.
That's true.
But I feel like in close range, there's probably nothing anyone can. Oh my god, how do you miss those air shots? Cubbins is getting
Aw, poor
dominated
Gub
right
Gub.
now. Oh dear. Oh, was that Epily? And you, Epily's insane. What are you deciding to use
Cannoning around
Oh,
all
right,
the
okay.
places.
with the paint train?
Oh, this is making me a little nauseous.
Oh, I'd love a sticky jumper like that. I feel like sticky jumping is one of the more fun things to do.
It really is. Back when I first started playing like Overwatch and CS:GO, I used to just like go into a snake water pub and just sticky jump around for a while. It was like getting into a warm bath. It was just like ooh, air strafing. There's a lot of like low like ramp slides and like
Yeah,
little
yeah.
like lateral jumps that just feel amazing in
Yeah.
snake water, and that
It's
was like
something-
my happy place.
Something like sometimes. Oh my god.
That was dirty.
Saf just destroyed Squirrel. Yeah, I like watching when Kada streams a lot of times, like in between games, he's just jumping around on a map, like in a circular way, but all the jumps are so crisp looking. And I don't know, it's something
So
nice
you just
about
get
watching
that
that.
perfect little surf.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
kind of a little good feeling. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. He hit that.
There's a
Process
thing.
rollout.
Yeah. So that's a
can't
good
do that one.
example. There's this thing. There's this thing that I don't know how many people know about that you can like, if you b-hop. So if you have jump bound to scroll up or scroll down, and sometimes when you go into a ramp, but it's not fast enough to get a proper ramp slide, but it's fast enough that you like ramp slide on it a little bit, not enough to go over it, but just on it, and then you kind of stop on it. If you do the b-hop when you're in that kind of state, and you can do it on the process rollout a lot of the time, it essentially does a ramp slide and kind of cheats it anyway. So if you're struggling with the process rollout, a lot of the times if you hit that ramp and you don't quite slide off it, if you hit a scroll wheel jump, it just sends you over it.
Like a little backup strap.
Yeah, and you can use it in tons of places where like those little ramps come into effect. There's a lot of stuff like that with bee hopping in TF2 that's kind of interesting. There was a thread made recently on the forums about buffing bee hopping. And I don't know how that would play out in a game like TF2.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, until there's a TF2 video like the classic Foon one. From
Oh yeah.
Counter-Strike.
Foon's too much for C block. That's.
Oh, Pyrovision boys.
Wouldn't it be great if TF2 looked like this all the time?
Yeah, that's why I got a Balloonicorn.
Right, I've got a plan, boys.
Like Beefer.
Yeah, I actually have a stuffed one like that as well. But I have an in-game Balloonicorn, and I would just walk around pubs with that when I pubbed. But it doesn't work in sixes maps.
Nice little mascot for it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's probably for the best. It doesn't work in sixes, but you know, it's nice. Do you know if Aggro brought crits?
I'm
cast Beaver?
assuming not, because usually he puts it out.
Oh yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, I didn't have room to pack it. I didn't pack anything. I didn't even have room for the Happy Birthday Permzilla banner, which.
There's a banner.
Yeah. Did you watch? Well, you were. Oh, you missed it. You weren't there the first night of the boot camp. We all took a picture with it when you were like on the plane.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, this like giant banner made that's got like a picture of Perm on it. It says Happy First Birthday, Permzilla.
It would be nice if we had that for the cake. These reflex are insane.
Yeah, I'm holding on to it, so hopefully I'll be able to attend more events next year, and then I can bring that. Man, I wonder which button the any button is. I wonder if Ryan could locate the any button, or Eeply.
Eeply's on it.
Oh, he
Like
found
a
it.
car
Saves the
bonnet.
day.
Look at that! Look at that! Smart boy.
Big deal.
So what I can tell from the air blast is you can just hold it down. It's like rapid fire, which is why Gubbins has launched about 20 people on the map so far.
I feel like there's got to be some meta to this. There's some objectively correct way of it. Gubbins is an insane pyro.
I forgot this was PLR. I forgot there's actual payloads to do.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean.
There's an
High tower.
objective.
Not in Hightower.
I remember the first night that I streamed TF2. A friend of mine was dedicated to finishing Hightower. It took like 3 hours, but he did it.
That's surprising.
And I didn't notice because at
I'm
the time
surprised they managed to do it in 3
I was
hours.
so new to TF2. I had no idea what was really going on, so I was just like, "Oh, I'll just talk to the chat and just like whatever," you know.
I think Hightower is like one of the staple first maps that you play.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think my first 50 hours were on Hightower, and it's just so much fun. There's so much cool rocket jumps you can do as well with like.
I think once you get the Market Gardener,
Oh, yeah.
people are like, gotta go on Hightower now.
Yeah.
Like that's the map to do.
Yeah.
Market Gardener.
A little harvest.
Because there's such a range of like height advantages that you can do syncs from all over the place on this map. This was probably somewhere where I learned to rocket jump properly. Actually, I can think about it now because I remember when I first started playing with one of my IRL friends, and we went on this Hightower server, and it was like, oh yeah, you can rocket jump, by the way. See if you can make it to that platform on that tower. And I remember I couldn't do it initially, and then eventually I learned how to rocket jump. So
Still can't,
Hightower is useful. It teaches you things, you know.
I used to be able to
you
do
both
jump
fall for
maps
that?
like 3 years ago. You know, I could do like a basic jumps on a jump map, and now I can't even do that. Like I can't even like just do rocket jump. Like even a pencil jump, I'm completely useless. But I love sticky jumping, so I figured.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit different now, but when I first tried any jumping, I would get frustrated with rocket jumping so quickly. I don't know why. I think this is like
not fun. Like sticky jumping, really fun. Like the strafing, the movement like of sticky jumping is so much more than like when you rocket jump. Like you get a lot more control over the movement, and like it's a lot easier to do. So it's more enjoyable. But like every time I remember doing jump maps and stuff and being like, this isn't enjoyable for me. Like I need a different class because like I'm playing video games and not having fun.
It was just I kind of struggled with the like where you're moving your mouse around so much. So if you're trying to do like wall jumps and do all sorts of things where you're looking around, it's kind of hard to orientate yourself. Whereas with sticky jumping, it's like I've always got a vague idea of what I'm doing. It's a different now. Now when I try rocket jumping, like it's not as mind numbing. It's like I can enjoy it, but I'm just terrible at it.
Just need to point out that Eeply now has 2,000 HP.
Oh my god.
He's running the kunai.
I'm literally I'm getting 2,000 HP, then just like prison shanking people in the corner.
How are you doing that?
Kunai, dude.
See, I think the problem I have
Shoot
with rocket
me.
jumping
Yeah, you
is
can. There's no point.
I watched things like the jump stream last night, and you see how effortless so many
Oh
people
yeah,
make
it's
it.
insane.
yeah.
They just zip through, and then you go to the. You think I could try and do that?
Yeah, it looks
Get to the
alright.
first jump, and you're like, oh, it's
It's
a
just
lot. It's a lot
insane.
harder.
I admire people that can do both, like sixes and jumping. That's like I remember when Ali first started playing, because he was the best demo jumper in the world for ages, and then he started playing sixes, and now he's insane at that. And then you've got players like Captain and Stark who've done it the other way around. It's pretty crazy. The skills are transferable, despite how it may not seem that way initially. Yeah,
mechanical skill at the end of the day.
And it was you know
transfer.
Ceejaey said that the thing that helped him in sixes most was jumping. He said that that improved the most about his game. So jumping is very useful. I mean, I'm saying all this as a sixes player, you know, putting a sixes
Movement's
skew and
hugely
everything,
underrated.
but it's all just TF2 really.
So we need to catch up on a few donations. Sir Duck, £10, says bringing that total over 14k. That was just afternoon. Yes, we are at 14k now. We would like to hit 15k as soon as possible. So keep the donations coming. We have Jorzik. Love what you're doing. See you next year for £11.14. Thank you. Vexlux, £10. Says yeet. Haven't heard that one in a while. It's like almost a vintage meme.
Vintage me.
Vintage
Memes are
meme.
turning vintage quite quickly these days. You don't know,
The
you have a
turnover.
Short, you have
Yeah.
a short time frame. To
We're already
use
on to the next one.
What are the latest memes on the rise? CJ, do you know?
Ooh. You see, now I work in a school with little children.
Okay.
So all the memes that they bring to me are like months old. They come up to me and they go, "Oh, my name's Jeff," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's
Retro.
very retro."
That's
very
impressive.
retro.
I don't know how I'd react if a little kid walked up to me and said, "My name's Jeff."
It's a lot of dabbing. I have to say.
Oh,
A lot
no.
of
I
dabbing.
feel like that one's... Yeah, I remember when Eeply told me, like, that one's not going to die, and I was like, no.
Wait, which one is this?
Dabbing.
It's genuinely worrying how much they will dab. It's their automatic reaction to basically any praise.
But
That's
I'm sure
concerning.
if Eeply has discovered the floss yet.
No, see, yes, right. Yeah, CJ was saying about this the other day. Like that's not got to my part of the world yet.
It's a dance.
I hope it
where you
never
kind of
does.
Swing your arms and your hips from side to side.
Oh,
like
yeah.
You're flossing between your legs.
That one's
Apparently,
very popular with the
I think
kids.
Dele Alli did it the other day when he scored for Tottenham. So I think that's
okay.
going to be even more
Okay.
popular now. So yeah, that's my meme on the rise for you.
The meme on the rise.
Yeah.
Invest in that one, ladies and gentlemen.
We got £16 from British Taxi. Anybody should have the ability to play video games no matter what physical disabilities they have. We agree.
Couldn't agree more.
We agree. That's why, I mean, we have, like, resident Cadis. You know,
Yeah.
he's had tons of problems with
Yeah.
his wrists and stuff and still
Yeah.
plays the game.
And he's found his own solutions. The
Yeah.
gaming board, you know.
And really bad dictation software.
Yeah. And a necessary gaming chair.
Yes.
Can't go with a,
At
with a
all
normal.
times.
It was so funny at Rewind 2 when
They put a little sticker
yeah,
on the
yeah.
back of his
Because
chair.
initially, like, I think he had taken a chair that he wasn't meant to have because they didn't have armrests for space.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he got one with armrests. And then they took away his chair because he wasn't supposed to have it. And he was upset about that. But then they gave him a new one and made
Yeah.
a little note as a
Yeah.
little exception for Jason.
I remember someone had drank a bottle of liquor and left the bottle out, and they were just like, "Well, I think it's this guy who's really upset about his chair." And I was like, "Just a diva, not an alcoholic. Don't worry about it." But yeah, so there ended up being this little sticker on the back of his chair that said, "Cadis's chair, do not move."
Do not move. You know, it's necessary. And
Special
I mean,
boy.
to be fair, when he has the gaming board and the chair and whatever else, he's a gaming god. So
He can slam. He's a chicken legend.
a chicken legend, yes. I'd like to see him on the times 10 pub, to be honest. I wonder what strats he'd come up with.
All cheese.
I'd
all
like
the
to see
time.
him main calling on a times 10. That would
Yeah,
be
I think the main calling incentive is pretty legit. Like, I think that would be really fun.
That would be good. Is that so? I never know about that taunt, the squirt shot taunt. Is it like a taunt kill taunt?
Yes.
It looks
It does
Insta-kill,
damage.
yes. I think it's insta kill.
really.
Yeah.
Well, scorch shot?
Yeah.
No, it's just a normal bullet.
Oh. No,
Yeah,
but if you're
legit.
Oh,
if you're
really?
right up close, it's insta kill. I think.
Well, that's your challenge.
It
Girl.
does
find
a
out.
large amount of damage, I think.
I guess we're gonna find out. couple more donations from Scrap.tf from Birdie, Steeran, and Dee. Thanks for those guys. Keep it up, guys. Coming in from BH Loopy, or Bloopy. I'm not really sure what that name is pronounced, but £12 from him. Thank you for that. Mackie coming in saying hugs to everyone. Also, can you make Ceejaey say meow, please?
Meow.
Well, there you go, Mackie. Thanks
Hope
for your
it was
£12.
worth the £12. I can get up to do it for free.
Another £12. And I'm now like a cat.
Putting in the effort. So what donation incentives do we have at the moment?
There's the Cadis Man calling a pub, Eeply doing my makeup, Permzilla eating a cake, and there was another one. I can't remember what it was. Controller only pubs.
Ooh. Worms would just...
Yeah,
own
Worms.
everyone.
Yeah,
Worms
I want to see other
pounds.
people other than Worms with the controller.
Yeah.
I think Worms, it was just an unfair...
I love my controller.
Okay. I've just heard that we only need £23 to get Perm to eat a birthday cake.
Wow.
Ryan wants this one really badly, and it's his charity event, so you guys just, do
I
it,
actually
please.
think he's actually walking in with the cake now. He has bought
Nice.
the cake. 20
I'm just more
£20.
disgusted that you went and got
We're
food
very
without
close.
me.
Cake is arriving into the camera now.
Yes. You can see the cake being... bringing it in.
So
Is that
£20,
a caterpillar?
guys.
Caterpillar
if you
cake,
can
indeed.
please.
So we're going to have the very
Just
the hungry,
donate to
hungry
that.
Permzilla
Mm-hmm.
against the caterpillar.
There's no way he's gonna eat that whole thing. Like, I guarantee you, he'll
You
get a
think?
quarter of the way through, and he'll just be like,
No.
"It's too much."
I think he can definitely make it.
I think he can. I don't think he will.
Now you see, guys, £23, and we'll find out.
Yeah.
Where
that's
there's
true.
a will, there's a way. Will Kirby, ladies and gentlemen. Also, Honey TF2.
Nice
Hey
dude.
News in the chat. How are you doing, Honey?
What's up?
He's a good friend of mine. Who are we watching just now? Do we know? I think this is Saf. On demo night
Yeah.
with 550 HP. Got some heads. The speed of this is just ridiculous.
It's
Is it
phenomenal.
like, to be honest, it doesn't look too bad from normal demo night speed, but demo night's just a
So
ridiculous.
does every head then
class.
give you like 10 times the amount of extra speed? And
I'd
HP?
imagine so. I mean, it would be inconsistent if not. Look at this jewel. That looks like Gubbins. I think I recognize that hat, and it is
Gub,
Gubbins
gub,
winning
gub.
the jewel.
Just look at the cheeky smile he's got once he gets a kill.
Oh wow, Honey actually coming in with the £23 donation. I'm
Wow.
assuming for that
Hey.
incentive.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you very much, Aiden.
Come on, tell Perm.
So we need to get Perm in then at some point with this cake.
Yes.
Now that we've reached
We've
our
got Perm, we've got the
incentive goal.
cake, we've got the incentive.
Do
All
we
the
have the
ingredients
party
are there.
whistles?
Yeah, they're
There's-
just
there's
outside the door.
plenty
Oh, there's some
everywhere.
right here. Yeah. Got some hats.
Apparently, Honey, I don't think you may have put that against the incentive, but considering it was £23,
Yeah, I
that's
think.
yeah, very deliberate.
I think we can assume
we
that
can
that was
assume
on
that was
purpose.
what was meant to happen.
You
Yeah.
can wait for
Also-
Honey to say something in the stream chat.
Yeah,
perhaps.
Yeah.
he will.
Can
I
you
think
confirm?
Ryan was saying last night that there was some confusion for people on the website, and so they'll improve that for next year.
Oh, okay.
But that there's some confusion from people on like how to give to a certain incentive,
Okay.
or that option's available. So, I think we can comfortably assume that that was the intent.
I mean, and it's not easy to do, especially when it's like people can donate however much they want and have multiple different incentives with
Mhm.
that. So it's not easy to create a website that does that
Do
well.
we know how far we are away from Eeply doing Sammy's makeup? Because Omni had this theory last night
Yeah.
that Eeply has been training hard, and he's going to have absolute
even close.
perfection when it comes to the application of his
This is-
makeup.
So we're just under £400 away.
Yeah, I
from-
don't think that one's gonna happen. I'll be honest with you.
I don't know. I think we can maybe make it. It depends what we're pushing as our next incentives. If we
That's
want to
true.
make that one happen, we could maybe. What about the Cadis main calling in a pub? I'd be curious.
I really want to see that because I
Yeah.
feel like that's going to take like
Yeah.
years off his life.
Yeah.
And that's why you really want to see it.
I think it'd be
Well,
pretty
I
fun.
just want to see it happen.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I can imagine the frustration would be more than
Palpable.
anything he's had to experience. so
Because it's a
far.
little overwhelming with like 50 things happening at the same time, and most of them are ridiculous.
Okay, yeah. So Honey just now verifying in chat that it is for Perm and the cake.
Nice. We will take it.
Yes.
We will take it. So we'll consider that one achieved,
Mm-hmm.
and move on to Cadis main calling in a pub.
That should. I think we're gonna get an update on that soon. Someone actually playing the cart in Hightower. What
It's
is
a
going
ban
I don't
on?
think you're allowed to
offense
do
on
that,
most
yeah.
servers, that is.
It's crazy. What weapon of choice are we gonna go with here? The lack of view models confuses me, but I think it's just a regular scattergun.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh
An
no,
Australian.
it's an Australian scattergun. Ooh, heavens!
Showing off.
Ceejaey salty.
I love a shiny weapon.
I don't have any Australian weapons, or even like. I have one unusual,
I had
and that's about it.
an Aussie I got from MVM, and I sold it for $40.
I mean, that's probably the best thing.
Yeah.
The most sensible thing.
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
with it.
I
What
mean,
was
like it was a. Oh, I just had it in my head. It was the spy one, the big,
Ambassador.
the ambassador.
See, if that was a while ago,
Mm-hmm.
then you've made a good choice. Because since the Jungle Inferno update, where they nerfed it,
Oh,
the price
yeah.
went down by like a
Oh
third.
wow, yeah. No, this was a couple of years ago because I was like, I'm never gonna play spy. Like realistically, even as like an off class, I just have no interest in it. My main off class right now is engineer. So, like,
Don't
when am
you-
I gonna play
isn't that
spy?
your main class?
Yeah,
really?
main engineer.
You off class this guy.
Uncle Sammy to the rescue.
I love it. It's my favorite. Every once in a while I can pull off a good like point save in a double mix, and that's like my achievement for the week. You know.
I love when playing engineer in sixes and then going like you get like a level 1 or a level 2 and then you just go rogue and you
Yeah.
just run into lobby and frag 2 people
The
that
other
don't
night-
expect an engie to run into them.
The other night in a double mix, Cadus had a level 3 on last. A couple of people jump in, suicides, and die. We were like, okay, back up. Just wait for them. You know, we're going to get our respawns, try again. No, Cadus having none of that. Picks up his level 3, runs out to second, drops it down. We're like, what's he doing? Idiot. We're just going to... No, then he gets the Frontier Justice out. Bam, bam.
Oh my
Just starts
god.
killing, just slaughtering people with the
Wow.
crits. So, yeah.
The cheese play.
Can
from-
I
from Kate.
just mention that apparently on times 10 servers, if you build a mini sentry, it gets a hat.
It gets a hat.
Can we
Yeah,
can
they
we
give
see this
sentries
in
Can you
action?
show us?
Can
We'd
this
like
just
to
be
see
part
that.
of the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it have to be just in
We have
time?
We
another
can switch to
cosmetic
the
slot
Eeply
just
cam.
for our building.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my God.
Wow,
Is it a different hat every time,
Oh, it's the
or
octopus.
Yeah.
it's
That's-
actually like
that's
properly
amazing?
on the model.
Get
As
'em,
well.
buddy.
That's impressive.
I didn't even know that was possible.
TF2.
Yeah, like-
people just do crazy things. Like the people that code plugins for this game. I mean, best example, Lang, who made MGE and a bunch of other things. And he's gone on to a massive success stories. Oh, is it a different hat every time?
Yeah.
That's
That's
a
insane.
Santa hat now.
Oh, your boy Toast in chat. What's up, Toast?
Is there a confirmed roster for the Lego, old Lego versus new Lego?
Yes.
I think so, yes.
Yeah, the old one is. I'm hoping I get this right.
F2.
Phil, Zen, F2, Helberg,
Crizzle?
Krizzle, Potato. Even though Potato was not on old Lego, he's
Mhm.
Danish,
Yeah,
so he's getting a
and they wanna
pass.
make-
Phil
Maintain.
said that they couldn't get natural to be able to play. So
Yeah.
that's why
Okay.
Potato's playing.
But he's a good Danish boy, so we that's basically it. As long as the comms are in Danish,
Yeah.
you know, it's fine.
And then new Lego.
New
is gonna
Lego.
be Izone, Seppu, Demul,
Josh,
Josh,
Ingy,
Ingy,
Mhm.
or Condom, as
Condom.
he's known. And
little bit
who's
the
the
Ingy
sixth?
Pingy. Domo.
And Domo, yes.
Yep.
Okay. Domo's
So that'll be
insane.
fun. Yeah, Domo pounds.
He beat Cadus, you know, 3-0.
What, with a
live.
stick or
Yeah. But
not at the video game?
yeah, I'm expecting big things from Domo if he continues to be on good teams.
He's also
I feel
having
like-
some wrist problems.
Oh, really?
He and Josh both like this last season have
Wow.
had problems. So it's really, I mean, like really terrifying to me how many of my friends. I mean,
Mhm.
because Lux has had that problem as well.
Yeah.
Like how many of my friends have had these problems with their wrists? Like it really frightens me a
Take
lot.
care of yourselves,
Yeah, take
gamers.
care of your wrists. Do your stretches. Drink a lot of water.
I think one thing that's like people should pay attention to, like if they aim in a particular way that's strenuous on their hands or wrists or arms, they should take care to do. I mean, it's a bit of a meme, but the gamer doctor stretches.
The leg
you know?
stretches. Yeah.
It's to be honest, playing games can be a lot like sports, in that if you're
Mhm.
warmed up and your muscles are warm and you're relaxed, it's a lot healthier and better for developing than if you were doing it like if you're cold or if you've
Well,
got
yeah. And
tension in your.
even like I play because I play scout so much of the time. I have a really low sense, so I'm, you know, all over the place. So I don't move my wrist, but I've noticed that I clench the mouse really tightly because I have a tremor, so I shake a lot. So I have 2 fingers down on the mouse pad and then 3 on the mouse, but those 3 are like death gripped.
Yeah.
And then when I like am playing on the keyboard, I tend to like tense my pinky a lot, and I can feel it after a couple of hours. Like it's really uncomfortable. So there's just certain habits that you have.
Yeah.
You have to like just move your hands, you know, because 6 or 8 hours of the same thing is not good.
And like especially, I think most of us probably have only been playing games for, I don't know, 5 to 10 years. And when you're doing like activities or sports in real life and you do things the wrong way for a significant length of time, it stops you being able to do them.
Yeah.
So pay attention, because if you want to keep playing games for the rest of your life, which we all obviously do want to
I
keep
want
doing,
to do that.
then take care of your hands, gamers.
Do you stretch easily? The face of guilt.
I do want to roll back to the Lego.
Oh, yes.
Because I wanted to get your insight on this news. Because last night, Phil was almost offended that I even thought that the new Lego could even get around. He was like, "No, this is going to be so easy. Like, why do you even think?" Like, he was so confident that it was just going to be a roll. He was like, "It's going to be over too quickly. We're not going to have. There's too much time for that."
I don't know how it'll play out, to be honest. I think Phil, if anyone's going to be confident on old Lego, it's Phil.
Yeah.
Because he's a beast, and he's still...
Well, Zen,
you know.
like, Zen on demo is pretty formidable. Like,
Zen,
he's-
I've said this before, but Zen once got a 6K on my team as demo. And he's got a video of it on YouTube, and it's just so...
Zen's videos are hilarious.
Yeah, I love that he always has
Although-
comms included in them, so you can get a little insight into
Well, the problem is he's been doing these Lego videos, and every single time it's me or Amy or Lux, it makes us look so bad. It's just like, these things are taken out of context. This is not how we are. We don't go to Lego Mumble to pick up on boys. It's
I mean, you
literally
should, though.
just like the
If
worst
there's anywhere to go,
timed.
the Lego Mumble is the place that you go to pick up the boys.
There are a lot of boys there. Lot of pretty boys hang out.
Pretty
you
boys
know?
indeed. Dancers as well.
Oh yeah.
Ingy's
Just
got the
for the
moves.
record, Ingy can break dance. We've seen it. It's real. He was in a dance-off at Copenhagen Games,
Which he
and my
won.
life will never be the same. He
so-
won because he
I-
ran away to puke halfway through.
I really wish I saw that.
The
Oh,
last
so
I
good.
saw of him was Phil carrying him away, literally on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Carrying him away.
Yeah.
Phil carrying
He was
condoms.
fine.
That
We had like an
sounds
after
familiar.
party with Ingy, and he was fine. Like because you rally.
Tactical chunder. and
Yeah.
Carry on.
Exactly. Chunder boys.
Chunder boys. Shout
He had this like
Shout out
Icelandic
to Chunder Boys.
like cough syrup tasting
boy.
stuff, and he's like, "Oh, it's candy," and I was like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Yeah, you'll like it. It's candy." So I take it, and I'm just like, "This isn't candy. This is cough syrup." And he's like, "Yeah, but it's really nice." I'm like, "No, schnapps is candy. This is gross."
Just Icelandic things.
Yeah.
Actually, just round the corner, there's a place that does Icelandic hot dogs. I had one of them yesterday, and it was really nice, but it was kind of weird.
Kind of weird. I
Yeah.
like Danish hot dogs. I like the little onion crispy things.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
put on
they
there.
have
Those.
those.
Are really
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
And they're the spicy ones that they do that like don't taste spicy at all.
Okay, but it's
Um,
just Northern European. Whereas,
yeah. There's not a lot of spice in Scandinavia.
yeah.
Not a lot of
Yeah.
heat. But I
I
think
mean, I come from Eastern origins, so I'm quite used to my spice.
well, it's like the difference. Like
What?
when I stay with Ryan in Hounslow,
Mhm.
spicy food is spicy.
Yeah, yeah.
When we go to
yeah.
Twickenham, spicy food is like a little dash of chili powder,
Yeah.
and they're just like, "Oof, I don't know
Yeah.
if I can make it through this."
I remember, like when I was younger, my friends would think that chili heatwave Doritos were spicy,
That's so
And
funny.
and I feel like that's not just me being biased. I feel like
No, we
those
used
are not spicy.
we used to have in America because all our crisp flavors are different.
Mhm.
Like
oh yeah,
they're
it's
completely
weird.
different.
They're just
And
spins.
the chip itself is different.
Yeah?
Like if you put a Walker's or Lay's in
Mhm.
America, if you put a sour cream and onion chip on a napkin,
mhm.
right, there will be a giant grease stain in the shape of that chip.
Yeah,
Not so in the UK.
yeah, yeah.
So America, we just put all the grease and fat basically into them. They are addictive. They are delicious, but they are greasy as heck. But we had for a little while Dorito flavored like habanero, and that boy was spicy, like legitimately incredibly spicy, and I loved those things, and they discontinued. But I just think somewhere in the world there still exists jalapeno Doritos or habanero Doritos.
That would be mega spice.
Yeah, so good.
You know, the other thing I noticed about like American food that was quite different when I was at Rewind, most of the pizzas tasted very like
Gross.
I don't like. It's got to be something in the dough because it was like quite, I don't know, cardboardy tasting.
Yeah, there's a chemical thing. I think we just like cheap pizza and we don't like flavor.
Yeah.
So
maybe.
like the cheese is always really flavorless. The sauce is like tomato paste, and the crust tastes like nothing. Like
Sort of like thin crust, or
thin crust is nice, but like it's flavorless. Like you're saying cardboard. Like it just there's no like taste
So
to it.
it's weird because there.
But that's why we have ranch dressing.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Now you know. So I tried a few different kinds of pizzas while I was there, and like I said, most of them tasted pretty bad relative to pizzas I'd had before, whether they were thin, thick, whatever. But there was two pizzas that were amazing. One of which I think is the best pizza I ever had, and it was, you know, the 4th Street Market.
Oh
which is
yeah,
just
that
around the
place.
corner from.
So expensive,
from,
but everything's
ESA.
delicious. Yeah.
And there was a pizza there that I shared with Turbo Tabs, and it was just.
Yeah. Everything there's really
phenomenal.
good, but it costs about 30% more than pretty much everywhere else. So that you kind of take that exchange. And I'm cheap, so I don't really go there much. But it's 4th Street Market. It's a really nice place.
Yeah. Would recommend to anyone in Santa Ana.
Did you get the sushi place that we went to? Is actually really nice.
Oh yeah.
I love it because it's cheap sushi that doesn't make you sick.
Yeah.
Which is like a really nice combination of things. And they did like a lot. They had like shrimp that they would wrap in ramen noodles and deep fry. And that was just nice.
Oh yeah, I remember. You got that.
I got
right?
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
it was
looking
really
at
nice.
That was an interesting one. It was funny because like we were with the same guys that were at the boot camp, and this was at the end of Rewind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice one. That is exactly that picture that we were referring to, and that pizza was.
that's
Oh.
the legendary.
Oh, and that's
pizza.
what I saw Shadow Puppet. What's
Oh,
up,
yeah.
Shadow Puppet?
Shadow Puppet, the one and only.
He is the first person I ever met from TF2.
Really?
We went to fights, and he was my roommate. And he was the first person that I like met in person from TF2. It was crazy.
That's pretty. The first
Yeah.
person I ever met in TF2 was the first person, like my first online friend, because you know I was talking about I had an IRL friend that was in making a Highlander team,
Right.
and he had met a guy on I think a Reddit pub, a guy called Han Please, and then I played on that team, and then we made our Sixes team together, and it was when I was going to I-52, which was in Coventry, I think, and I was traveling through Birmingham. I'd said it to Han Please because I knew that's where he stayed, and we met up for like an hour and a bit just before I went to LAN. So the first online friend I ever had is the first person I met in TF2.
That's awesome.
And it
like
happened
that.
just before your first land.
Yeah,
It's kind
yeah,
of like-
yeah. On the way, yeah, it
all
was
the same
nice. It was.
So mine was Omni.
Really.
Yeah, because it's I-55, and I was supposed to, you know, Raptor. Supposed to meet him at the train station because he was quite young back then.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like, I was like, all right, you know, I'll pick you up at the station. We'll stick together.
Yeah.
And then I missed my train, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to be late. Really sorry. So
You're on your own, kid.
yeah, so Omni was going to be there. So he was like, oh, I'll keep an eye out for him. And yeah, so I met Omni, Raptor, and Cupboard Lady, Cubs. The three of them were at the station. And yeah, they was all at the same time. The first three people I met from TF2, and then we went to LAN, and obviously then everybody was there.
Yeah, it's the convergence.
Yeah.
My favorite meeting probably out of like all the people I've met in TF2 was at I-58. We were staying at the same hotel as production, and we got to the lobby, and everyone was just like having a round of drinks, you know, from the hotel bar, and everyone was just kind of hanging out. And I go to the bar to like get some drinks for the homeboys, and I look over and I see Admirable. And he looks over, he sees me now. We had never had a conversation before. Like, technically, Ads and I had never spoken to each other. But I just run up to him, and he picks me up and spins me around in the middle of this bar. And the guy's just looking at us like we're crazy. And I was just like, that to me was epic. Like, and we did become friends. Like, now we're quite good friends. But at the time, it was just like, I don't know this person at all. I just feel like this is the proper way to greet them.
Yeah. And Marble's one of the nicest people.
Oh,
in
absolutely.
TF2. I think he's
He's
the
a sweetie
most
pie.
pleasant teammate I've ever had because I played with him very briefly. And he's just never anything bad, and he's just a fun guy all around.
Yeah.
Always a great personality to have at LANs as well.
Miss that boy.
I played with him in Highlander, and he never, if he wanted to criticize you, if you're doing something wrong, he always said it in a way that made you feel like good.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was really
yeah.
weird. I don't know how he did it, but it was like, oh, you know, like Heavy was just not doing something. He's like, "Hey, Heavy, you're not a sentry. Move your ass." It's like, okay, I will. Yeah.
That's cute. That's really cute.
I remember one moment playing with him because, as a medic, he wasn't like the strength that he had. He was that kind of morale player. He kept the team positive, but he wasn't insanely talented at the skillful parts of medic. But I remember this one time where it was like we had all died holding last, and he was on the vaccinator, and he was against a medic and a scout, and it was just like, oh, we've lost the round. And then he hits one saw on the scout, switches to the vaccinator, pops a bullet damage resistance bubble. And he's on 20 HP, and the scout can't kill him with his pistol. And then he kills the scout with another saw, pops another bubble, and then kills the medic. And it's just like, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
That's pretty insane.
So Admirable's a
Insane,
good
I've not
gamer
seen
as
that.
well.
Looks like we got a new donation from Mackie, the Australian one, not the one from Europe. He says, yes, hello, I am a gamer. It's like 10 p.m. in Aus, and I'm having a tired. Also, this is like $20 in my Commonwealth dollars. Good stream, team. £12. Thank you, Australian Mackie.
Australian Mackie. Actually, we were talking about meeting people. I feel like the one kind of little part of TF2 that I've still yet to meet properly is the Aussies.
Yeah,
Because,
they're awesome.
I mean, we did.
You literally missed the 2 lands.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
well,
that's
okay,
so funny.
I-52,
Yeah.
my Div 4 or 5 team just managed to qualify as like the worst or second worst team in the last 16.
Mm-hmm.
And in the first round of that, we played immunity.
Hmm.
And we lost, and we shook hands. But that was about the extent of that. But I wasn't at I-58,
Fucking good at
and I
randomizer.
wasn't at Rewind 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I've not had the chance to meet all the wonderful Aussies.
Do you know the worst part about Paulson? You know how good looking he is, right?
Yeah.
You know the worst part is he's the nicest freaking guy.
Oh, no.
It's horrible.
Lovely.
It's really terrible
Oh, no.
because you're just like, there's nothing wrong with you.
And he's amazing at video games.
Yeah, and he's amazing at video games. It's just like, can you just stop
He's just
being
one
perfect?
of those people that's just-
because it's making us all look bad,
Yeah,
really, at this
yeah.
point.
We need to get him involved.
I do believe there's talks of maybe Australians coming for an ice series.
That would be really
So
nice to
be
see.
I
cool.
don't think it's going to be Jasmine T. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know it was like way easier for them to come to California.
Yeah?
So that
Well,
was
I guess
like,
that would make sense.
yeah, because like it's a shorter flight
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
it's more direct because they just go straight across the Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it costs less money as well. But iSeries is just a better like LAN, like it's more competitive and we know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So everyone go to iSeries this year.
It's already being planned.
I'm not gonna be able to make it, so I really want to have
Really?
like a good
Oh.
I really want to have like a good like spectator experience
Yeah.
from home. I want to see a lot of
Yeah.
like high level gameplay.
Yeah, well, I-61 was really good as a spectator on site.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
Yeah.
production was really nice. They had a little nice viewing
It
area.
was so nice having a stage again.
Yeah,
Like just
yeah.
it was so
Stages
amazing.
add
Just,
so much.
just the hundreds of people crammed in, like sitting on the floor to watch the grand final. Like it was pretty great.
Like I remember the intensity of the I-58, like the lower bracket final between Full
Tilt
Tilt,
and Froyo.
Froyo, and then the grand final, which went all the way to 5
Oh,
maps.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
That's
crazy.
the most insane final.
I could just
Yeah.
imagine if they had that intensity on the stage,
Oh,
Yeah.
that would have been crazy. But obviously I-61 on the stage was
Mhm.
brilliant as well.
It was nice to have it. It was just
Yeah.
not really a nail biting experience, I think. But it's good. It's nice that multiplayer still take us in and that we show up, and the community photo was amazing. Like considering like half the teams weren't even in the photo. Like the fact that like we still had just like a couple hundred people just hanging out, for that photo, it was really neat. Like I think that was the first time I really got the scope of like TF2, cuz like Rewind 1 was so small.
Yeah.
It was tiny, and then at the first iSeries I went to, which was I-58, we had such a small viewing area that most people were just watching from their PCs.
Fair.
So there was no time that you ever saw exactly how many people were there for TF2. Whereas like I-61, getting everyone outside, like you really got a feeling for like the scope of the event and like how many people were there for TF2.
So that was one thing that was really good about the earlier I-Series lands that I went to. So I-55, where it was the TF2 tent. And then there was like a little production area in the middle with a bunch of seats. And that was really fun. The games were hype, and they gave, those like inflatable things that you can clap together at lands. They get really
I remember the
obnoxious after a
They
while.
do.
Yeah.
CSGO players on the other side of the tent were complaining about
Yeah,
us because
yeah.
we made so much
Yeah,
noise during the
yeah.
finals.
And then the best one I think was I-52, because they had like a little smaller room just around the corner from the main BYOC area where all the TF2 people were, and it had its own little stage and its own little production area, and that was where the stream was being broadcast, and there was a bunch of seats, and there was some like BYOC desks around, but it was just like Dota players, and some of them were getting salty. But the games were so hype there, and because like when it got to the lower bracket final and that kind of thing later on in the playoff stage, the games were so intense, and everyone was just filling up this room watching these games while stuff was going on in the other side. It was such a nice spectator experience.
That's the thing,
That's
like
awesome.
the crowds are always insane. Like I-58, we did have that small viewing area.
We were stealing chairs the
We
whole
were
time.
stealing chairs from like Hearthstone
Yeah.
and from Overwatch.
There
and
was a
Counter-Strike.
completely
Just-
empty Counter-Strike space.
Yeah. And then obviously last year where we actually had a space for ourselves next to the bar, there was just so many people just watching.
Yeah.
It was just crazy to see everybody watching in one go.
Yeah.
And it kind of shows that's why multiplayer should keep that support, because
We show up.
we show up and
Yeah.
we have that crowd. And there were families coming along and sitting
Yeah.
down with their kids
Yeah,
just to watch
yeah.
this game.
That was really
It
cool.
was just nuts.
It was it was funny, speaking of families, when the Lash's mum and dad were at Copenhagen Games and they showed up to watch a bit at the end.
I think
There
I
was-
missed that because me and Lego went out and had a meal because we were like, we know who wins.
okay.
Let's eat some food.
It was,
I hadn't
it was
eaten in
cool.
like
They were
3
really-
days, so I was
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
ready for a steak dinner at that
It does
point.
happen sometimes at LAN where it's just you don't have time to eat. I think at
When
I-61
you
I had
get
a
to
day
like
where-
16 to 18 hour days,
Yeah,
there's not a
yeah.
ton of eating time.
yeah, especially like I've noticed that working production is like the time that you
Yeah.
have is so much less. Like at I-61, it was just walking around being so busy all the time.
So it's the iSeries though. I mean, we're spoiled. Like you can order a burger to your desk. There's
Yeah,
a
that's
Subway
true.
next,
That's
like
true.
5 feet away. Like
Yeah.
You can always go for the classic
you
Weatherspoons
won't
around the
starve.
corner.
Yeah, there's a Weatherspoon. You won't starve. Like there's food available.
Yeah,
Whereas like
yeah.
Copenhagen Games is like you can have a sandwich or an €8 sandwich, or you can walk for an hour.
Yeah.
Good
yeah.
luck.
The metro was actually all right. To be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, it was. I just it's just for foreigners like.
Yeah.
There was no way for me to get a cart, so I had to go everywhere with Potato, who's playing, and so
Yeah.
it was. I think that's why, like, by the time I got to Helsinki, I was just like, I need food because I just hadn't eaten the entire time I was in Denmark.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to I-63. I hope things will go well. I would
Make me
to be
proud.
honest- yeah. I'd really like to see some Aussie representation.
Yeah, that'd be
Especially
great.
like one of the things I was really hoping for when Jasmine T were going to I-58 and Rewind was Elmo. He's like the best scout in Australia, and he's not been to an international LAN yet, but he's one of those players that just online looks a level above everyone else. He's like a clockwork kind of player, and I just really want to see someone like that playing with the Aussies.
Or
Yeah.
not even.
And I feel like
Was even.
they'd probably be pretty good, like, and competitive with the likes of Seven and Froyo should they come.
I think it's crazy how a few years ago, like before I-49, nobody thought the Aussies would be competitive at all. And every land, like, and then after Immunity came a couple of years, it was like, oh well, now that they're not coming anymore, the other teams aren't going to be. Then Jasmine Team came along. and it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, they've shown that they can actually compete, which is good. It's nice to have like 3 different continents with actually good teams who are actually competing at the similar level.
I think everyone wants to see that though. Like I think I'd love to see like some Asia Fortress teams or just and you know like just to have that like I remember that at one point there was a South American team that reached out to me that was thinking about coming out. I was like, man, that would just be amazing. It's unfortunate because I feel like with TF2 we could have a truly like global international event. But it's so freaking expensive to travel around the world.
Oh yeah.
And so regardless of whether it's in Los Angeles or Philadelphia or Birmingham, like it's going to cost $1 gajillion for anyone to come. And even if you're local, like God, even for people local in to like Europe, like going to Denmark, it's
Yeah.
like you got to pay for the flight, you got to pay for the hotel, you got to pay for
Yeah.
the rental. Like it's close to £1,000 just to go to that. So I can't, you know, I remember the Australians talking about how expensive it was for them to come out. So I think that's like the biggest thing that's kind of a shame is that like we could have some incredible global competition if it weren't for the fact that travel is just unbearably expensive.
Yeah. And I mean, it like there's plenty of players that have proven that they can compete with other. Like Yuki played for an invite team with 150 ping or 190, 200 ping, something like that, and he was insane.
Yeah.
And like Power, Brazilian sniper
getting-
extraordinaire, he
I got
played
a
with
shout
Mix
out-
Up.
I got a shout out to my boy K-Cop.
K-Cop?
Sniper from India.
Uh-huh.
And when he first started playing on the Highlander scene, way back, sort of season 5 or so, and he won, and everyone used to hate him because 300 ping sniper, he'd hit his shots, but you never actually quite see him.
Yeah.
And when he started trying to play back in Asia, they didn't allow him because they were like, "You're playing at the highest level in Europe.
Wow.
you're not allowed to play. You're too good.
Oh, that's
So for a while, it took him, and he plays at the highest level. He's like a scout main in sixes.
Yeah.
So I think that, like, who knows what the level could be like, but it'd be really interesting to see a team from Asia or a team from South America.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be crazy.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I wish there was just like the possibility, like when everybody talks about, the $1 million Valve major, for me it's just the dream of like no prize money, but just everyone who is good enough can come. That's all I want to see. I want to see like actual competition.
Yeah, that's the driving force to me in TF2. That's what I like to see, and I don't, as much as I like, I'm friends with Cadis and the guys from Seven, and like when I see Seven for Tech play, I don't care who wins. I just want the game to be as good as it can be.
Yeah.
It's all about the level of competition for me. That's what makes the game so interesting.
That's the best part of TF2.
Yeah.
And it's bringing everyone together as well. It's
Yeah.
It's insane to actually, like, I mean, you've come all the way from America to see us from Europe, and then there's the opportunities where we get to see people from Australia, like all these friends you play with, but you're not going to see that very often. But then have everybody, like all of your friends on your favorite game that you spend all this time with, just in that one place. It's just amazing.
That was something I really liked about Rewind. Is like, I mean, I've seen all the European guys a bunch of times, and I love it. But
meeting all the Americans,
yeah,
is
meeting
different.
all the Americans is like, wow, it's like a whole new kettle of fish. I've not met all these guys before, and just hanging out with them was.
I think
fun.
the first Rewind was kind of fun because the first night we had the 7 guys and the 20B guys. Had like a party. And it was like the first time they'd all met, and so it's just really funny watching like Ali and Showstopper just broing out, It just, for me, like personally, it was just a really fun experience. Like, I think, because I forget, like I go to American lands and then I go to European lands, so I forget that like this had never really happened because like not a lot of Americans have been to iSeries.
Yeah, not many, very
and
few.
then like it's usually on a banning team, so they're not allowed to leave, like, do anything until the games are over. So like you don't see them for the whole weekend. But yeah, it's I would love to see more North American lands. That would be really cool.
There are a handful of players like Bearadactyl. He showed up to quite a few different EU lands. Credit to him. But it's quite good. Like Sweeland was an interesting one because it was a mixed 4-year lineup, but it was smaller. Otherwise, like 7 wasn't there.
I don't know why they went to that. I'm still trying to figure out.
Well, so I think Banny had said that. Well, initially the prize pool was bigger than it ended up being when it was announced. So I think that was part of it. But also, Banny wanted to get Arik some LAN experience before
Rewind.
Rewind 2, yeah.
That's an expensive LAN experience.
Yeah. Well, I think it was. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was just Arik or anyone else. I mean, Habib had played on Rewind 1.
Yeah.
But he was. It helped him, I think. I love Habib. Like, there's some
cool
some standout guys for the NA community that like are just so much fun to hang out with.
Yeah, big personalities.
Habib and Paddy are.
Yeah.
are
Paddy's
bros.
great.
Yeah.
Paddy was a lot of fun to have at iSeries as well.
Yeah.
He was just hanging
nice
out
for him to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like because he wasn't playing on any teams, but he was just like sitting with the 7 guys.
I think he was like in Portugal with his parents, and he was like, "Screw it, I'll go to iSeries.
Yeah.
Let's go."
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Paddy.
Shout out to Paddy.
So another donation coming in from Boops or B Hoops. Oh no, I think this guy added me on Steam earlier. Yeah, he said been up watching your stream, but loved every bit. I'll be giving out quote some gifts at 3 in the pubs match just to make you aware. So if you're going to be on the pub server at 3 o'clock, there's going to be some gifts.
Enjoy.
Well, isn't that nice? Yeah. Thank you, Boops.
Sharing the love. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Do you know if I kind of want to? As well, I was saying earlier, I have one unusual, but I'm kind of in the mindset now where I kind of want to just do a purge of all my cosmetic stuff and just like give it away to something like this. I don't know what would facilitate me to do that, or if we have any raffles going.
Scrap.tf.
Scrap.tf, you can donate your items.
Yeah.
And then Geo will basically
transfer
the monetary value.
Are there any raffles? I would like to add my unusual to a raffle.
I don't think there is like an actual raffle. There is a time slot we've got, which I'm not sure exactly what we're doing regarding items, but that's something for us to discuss, I guess. But yeah, who knows? I'm sure we can sort something out.
Yeah. I also, just as a competitive edge, I think sometimes people get thrown off when they see like the Scout Soldier demo models without any cosmetics,
Hmm.
because it's you don't see it very often anymore, and
Yeah.
it kind of like I don't know.
I have
There's
some
something
friends
about
that do that.
Yeah,
That like I honestly I don't notice anymore.
yeah. Well,
'Cause
I play
it's-
with no hats mod most of the time, so
Yeah,
it's the same to me.
I think the Lego server is not really
Used to
flashy.
get yelled at a lot for wearing my unusuals in my early days.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was a medic.
Ah,
They want me
okay,
to
yeah.
stand out a mile away. And there was one in particular where, do you remember a sniper called FaZe? He was an invite scout for like a short time. He's kind of the same
Oh.
time round as Paragon and stuff.
When you said that in my head, I thought FAZE, but was it PHA?
PH, yeah.
Yeah.
And he had a frag video, really, really early days. He was in Steel as well in UGC. And he headshot me from across the map, and you could see my sunbeams. And I was like, right, I get your point. So I started just wearing my gibbous. I was like, fine, I'll go down to basics.
Yeah.
Gibbous only.
Gibbous. Best hat in the game.
Yeah, can't go wrong. Can't go wrong.
Apparently, according to Wheathoofed, we are halfway through the Eepily Samiface makeup incentive.
Nice.
Are you looking
I
forward
still
to that?
I don't think it's genuinely I don't think it's gonna happen, but we'll see. We'll see if you
Has
know.
anyone from TF2 done your makeup before?
No.
Besides Alex.
Alex has never done makeup.
Really?
Yeah, no.
I thought you said she was a professional. I would have
She is. I'm lazy, so I do about a minute and a half on this, and then I'm just like, can't be bothered.
Pretty sure someone's done the lashes makeup before.
Yeah, Alex did the lashes last year.
I've seen pictures.
There's Ryan has the video actually. He made a video of it.
That
It was-
abomination.
It was pretty epic.
I mean, of all the gamers that you would put makeup on, I feel like Thalash is the standout
He was the
candidate.
prettiest princess.
He's a photogenic boy.
Hmm.
You know, I like.
I feel like Ombrak would do really well with makeup because
Yeah?
he's got like the really like the chiseled cheekbones and he's
Mhm.
got like the long lashes and I think he's just got like the complexion for like a really good solid makeover.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we do that at I-63.
Yeah.
On
Oh,
your
please
behalf.
do that for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, I would.
make
I
it
would love
happen.
that. That would make
To
make
get
up
you
for
on, like,
everything.
a Skype call or FaceTime.
Absolutely.
You could direct us
Absolutely.
what we should be doing.
I think.
Ooh, I think we're going to be having a little bit of a birthday party.
It is somebody's birthday today.
It's someone's
Somebody.
birthday every day.
Who might that be? I see a gentleman sitting over there by the
Yeah.
name of Will Kirby, also known as Permzilla, aka Big Daddy Perm,
I'm going to take a
AKA
step back and let him get in here.
Sweatmaster. So we're gonna be seeing some carrot cake getting devoured. So CJ, how far do you think he's gonna make this cake?
This is really, yeah. I'm not sure. I reckon halfway has to be the bare minimum. Otherwise,
Oh yeah,
there's going to be disappointment.
I'm not gonna accept anything less than the full cake.
Hungry, hungry caterpillar.
Just gonna get the heads on, and we do
Yes.
have a little badge for you as well, Perm. So we can put this on. Yes, that is fine, production. Just to confirm. Okay, Perm, now mic'd up. Do you want to put this badge on? Birthday boy?
Are you excited for your cake? Is this a big moment?
I wanted one with not much icing, and it's got
I think
a
you
lot
need
of
to
icing, but I won't
bring
put
your
it.
mic down a little bit. The party hat doesn't help the headset situation.
No, I
but,
don't really know what my head looks like right now.
I think we need some more Phil's birthday man in the chat.
Yeah,
I think this is a big moment.
big moment for Perm. He's never had a birthday before. Oh. We're all gonna get hatted up here.
Oh, in one blow.
All in one blow.
Impressive.
Happy birthday, Perm.
This is gonna. I'm gonna have to like.
Just get down on the floor. It's your little table.
I need to take some of the candles out. I'll start with the head.
I mean, surely you need all of the candles.
Well, I will
out. You're eating
eventually.
The whole
but,
cake.
it's gonna melt as well, isn't it?
I got so many of them. Yeah, I was sitting in the sun a bit, so it's
It's already melting.
partially.
So it's also a speed run.
Oh, the ice.
I mean, it's gonna melt when it's inside you anyway. So
Right now.
Yeah, production. Can we get a timer? How long it takes?
Yeah, let's.
I'm not going to be able to eat this whole thing. It's too chocolatey.
Oh. Sammy knows. I'm sure you can do it, Perm. I'm sure. I believe in you. Twitch chat believes in you.
It's going to need a few goes, I think.
Talk to us, Perm. How does it taste? How does it feel?
The chocolate is melting. I need some water as well, please. Someone.
Describe your emotions on your birthday day.
It's pretty good actually. This is like because but every day is my birthday, but next week is like an extra special birthday.
Oh, is it?
If you know what I'm saying. I don't want to ruin the moment, but
Ceejaey, mate, can you cheer up? Says Eepily in the chat.
I'm just really enjoying this kind of. It's like man versus food, but
Yeah.
like live.
Yeah,
Like face to face.
it really is. Can he do it?
it's an eye. This is about a week's worth of sugar, I think, in this thing.
At least.
Always going to take the dad route of analysis in the cake situation. Where does it rank in your top cakes list? Surely
I
you've
mean,
had it.
The caterpillar cake is a classic, isn't it? Let's be
Yeah.
honest. It reminds me of school. I don't know. It was always a caterpillar cake when anyone brought cake in at school,
Yeah,
at least for me. So
I think
it
I'd
makes
say
me
the
feel
same.
like a little, 14th sort of birthday kind of thing.
That must have been a long time ago. Your
Mm.
14th.
Yeah,
Don't know how many birthdays you would have had at this point.
probably that 100 years ago.
Probably.
There's some feels bad man in the chat saying that you're not going to be able to do it, Pam. You're gonna prove them
We
wrong.
don't need those naysayers. Come on, guys. Where's the positivity?
Need
Happy
like a
birthday.
plate or something. Spilling it everywhere.
Yeah, I'm sure we can get one. Someone else going to help us out from a plate from the kitchen. It's a necessity at this point.
Cake's done quick, says Beanie Man. CDQ.
This was never going to be a quick thing. I'm not very big eater,
Apparently, Sammy said that you guys went to go eat somewhere and you barely had any food before you had enough.
Yeah, basically. I don't eat very much, and especially not really rich, chocolatey iced caterpillar cakes.
Yeah.
Tex says, I want Perm to take it into his hands and shove it into his face.
We were actually talking about how he was going to eat this, and if anyone's seen Matilda, you've seen Matilda,
yeah.
the scene where the guy is eating the cake on the stage.
Uh-huh.
He's just like eating it with his
Yeah.
hands. He just rips into it. I don't know where I had to do that, but
I mean, the option's there. Right?
the
Get
options
crea-
No
there.
one's
get
going to stop you.
creative.
No one's
Yeah.
going to stop you. There is water there as well for you, in
Nuze,
case
I
you
want to
didn't
get
know.
some analysis going on. I mean, in your experience, how does this rate? In previous cake eatings you've seen.
So, as far as I can tell, I wouldn't be going for the same approach myself. Perm's trying to take it in from the corner, and I feel like he's not optimizing what he's getting as far as cake in each bite.
So you're
I
saying
feel like
this is a
trying to
rookie
slice
mistake?
thin slices so it's manageable, but I feel like that will make it feel like he's having less at the same time. It's
Thin slices.
yeah, you want to have the whole the width of the cake at once rather than taking bit at a time, because you're just taking pieces away, and it's I just think you should be chopping a bit and then eating that, and then chopping a bit and eating that. I think that's
my
the
technique
play
is not
tip.
particularly refined, so I might have to take this criticism on board.
Did you not prepare beforehand? Like
I-
a couple
I-
of cakes at home?
I
Perhaps
didn't
a
know what
knife.
cake I was having,
Perhaps
you
a
know.
knife would be useful.
I've practiced plenty, but no caterpillar cakes.
I'm interested in what's under these bumps. There's random bumps along. Is that just going to be solid chocolate?
I'm not sure. Just more chocolate, more melted chocolate.
Have you ever made cakes, Perm?
No, I kind of. I'm not really much of a baker. I don't do it, but
But you have.
Worm
what
says
occasion?
the cake represents NA. I feel like you're destroying NA right now.
Well, Perm was the best demo at Rewind or I-61 or both. I don't even know.
neither of those. But
No.
it was I-52.
Oh,
ages ago.
okay.
I wasn't even the best. It's just become the meme that I was like third or something.
But I mean, you also had good games marking for 7, weren't you? Your stats inflated at I-61 against lower teams.
Yeah, I think they're okay then. Yeah, but
So-
we didn't have Gentleman John doing stats then. I don't
Ah,
think,
yeah,
so.
okay, yeah, the stats were different. Gentleman John, get on it. Wait, who eats a cake with a fork? Says
I was given a
Bruce.
fork. I mean, I would. What else do you eat cake with?
Your
Cake
hands,
with a
man,
spoon.
your hands.
And,
I assume he's just
hands
lying
Tear
to
it
me.
apart.
the objective choice here.
Royalty eats cake like this. Apparently,
It's
according
hard
to
to see. Like, Siege, the table is like a good meter away from me when I'm sitting here. It's quite hard, like the technique.
You have to commit, you have to lean forward, you know.
That's what I'm trying to do.
He's
But
doing the... How far do you
it's
think?
also difficult with the
This your proper
microphone.
sensitivity as well.
If only you were
Microphone's getting in
left-handed.
the way. Yeah.
It's not too far.
I'm feeling like up to that second bump, I think that's when you're going to start feeling it.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
How far do you think you'll make?
In one go,
Yeah.
probably up to the second bump, to be honest.
I mean, we can say to the end of the stream, we've got until to finish the whole cake, right? That's like many hours to go. It's at least 7 hours. No, 6, 7 hours.
That's definitely manageable.
I have I have actually not eaten anything today in preparation, so
Well, that's good. I hope. Unless it just makes you feel really sick. But have you ever done any eating challenges before?
no.
No. Okay.
I don't eat much. You know, I'd be
Yeah.
really bad at eating challenges.
I don't think I'm trying to think if I've tried anything like that. I mean, if you ever go to like a buffet and it's like, how many plates can you eat?
Again.
At Cosmos. I've tried that. I can usually eat quite a lot.
You're going to get your money's worth, haven't you?
I have a big appetite, yeah.
My, I don't know, housemate used to go to the pizza buffet at Pizza Hut,
Uh-huh.
and he'd tell me before we go in how many slices we had to eat
Yeah?
to get our money's worth. He'd be folding the slices up in a couple of bites.
Yeah.
It was a real challenge to him, right? It's not
That's
about
the
enjoyment,
best way to
yeah.
do it, though, I think.
It's about efficiency.
Yeah, exactly. It's a challenge. Who needs to enjoy things when you can be good at them? My party hat is slowly sliding off my face.
Just the excitement.
It's starting to hit. It's starting to hit the cake. It's just. I said to Ryan. He gave me 3 options for a cake.
Mhm.
He said you can have a chocolate one, a Victoria sponge, or like a Swiss roll. And I said not this chocolate one. And then he said one of them had more icing there. I said the one with the least icing. What do I end up
Wow,
like?
yeah,
A chocolate
yeah.
caterpillar cake. Like both opposite things to what I asked. You know, like I'm not a massive fan of chocolate, so
Not a massive fan. It does actually, smelling it, it's quite a very rich
Yeah.
chocolate taste.
it is. It really
I
is.
think I would struggle as well, to be honest.
And like the Smarty things. They're not Smarties, but the Smarty things on top as well.
Are they called Smarties worldwide? Do you think any NA viewers would be like, what's a Smartie?
You have to ask,
I'm not sure.
No
Sammy.
idea.
Just ask Sammy. We've got our American correspondent is on the line.
Smarties in America, I believe, are like chalky sweets, like what are those little ones? You can either get all violet or multicolored ones. The small ones you get in.
Oh,
like,
I know what you mean.
multi-pack.
Like the
Yeah.
love heart kind of things.
Yeah, but
same,
smaller and
yeah.
chalkier. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Slightly fizzier, maybe.
Swizzlers
those are called-
or something? Swizzles something?
How has no one got sticky keys disabled? What the hell?
I noticed that when I was playing on those machines earlier. They're called Smarties here in Sweden. Says
cool.
Subtraction
Parma
HD.
violets, Gubbins.
Oh, Parma violets, yeah.
Those are the
I've heard of
purple
them.
ones.
Those are the purple ones, yeah.
There's a lot of people in the chat suggesting not to use the fork, and I'm not quite sure what they're expecting me to do.
I don't think
I think
that
a lot of people just want you to pick it up and just kind of.
the fork
channel it in.
will not, give you a higher cake capacity. So I don't think it makes much of a difference. Use your hands, says.
It's
Text
melted. I can't use my hands. It's like the chocolate is, especially on this side. And you
Yeah,
can see it,
yeah,
so it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
running.
Yeah.
I thought. Oh no, those are little legs on the side. Do you have to eat the legs
Yeah.
as well? Is this?
Yeah, of course. It's part of the cake.
Fizzles, they're
It
called.
just needs to be a completely clean green card. Right there. You can't
Yeah.
have anything else.
I'm not sure I'm going to make it to this second bump.
disappointing the
You
stream.
can't stop at one bump. I mean,
More hands, less fork. Fork rather. Dive in perm, says CG.
Dive in with what?
More face, less fork, says Green Rab. Your friends are cheering you on, perm. Is it getting any better tasting, or is it just harder with each bite?
It feels like it's just getting more
Dive
and
in
more
with your
rich.
More and more rich.
I mean,
Like,
you
the
could
chocolate is
go
getting
like
stronger.
you could go forkless, but also handless. Just get your
Just
face
face.
in there and
Yeah.
Could just
Just
take
like
a big bite, couldn't
yeah,
I?
bobbing for apples.
Just
except
a whole section at a time.
I think you should have a bit of water. I think that'll help it go down.
people saying Ceejaey could eat Permzilla faster than Permzilla's cake. I'd agree.
Cruel. Face dive, I'm still
Face
Yeah, we're getting
dive.
a lot of. We're
Can
getting
we
a
get
lot
some
of
face
dives.
dive spam in the chat?
Getting a face dive.
Face dive. Just cram it into a glass of milk and drink it, suggests Peter.
They're getting creative with the ideas. How to.
Yeah. I feel like we have to be thinking outside the box here to help out perm.
A lot of people want the face dive. These people have paid money for this.
I paid
No-
money
no
for this. I don't know why.
Got some more donations. Jordan says hugs to everyone with a £10 donation. Chip White with some donation items from Scrap.tf with £11. And £10 from Ben55, who I believe is in chat, saying new CJ birthday emote. Feels C-Man. C-face with a birthday hat. Also shout out to the Random Acts of TF2 subreddit. Do you know what that subreddit is? I think I've heard of it before, but I'm not sure what it does. I mean,
I've not heard of that.
it sounds pretty self-explanatory. I feel like I should do that Uber chain, but I'm gonna give him a chance. She wants me to slam it into your face.
Some people saying, imagine it's a nice beef roast instead of a cake. If that helps.
Honestly, I wouldn't be able to eat all of that either. So
Do you think there's anything that you could be doing differently that would help out Perm?
No.
To be fair, you're making progress. You're like a
I
third
think
of the way through,
I'll have to be done soon. I
and
think
you've not slowed down.
I've got MGE chess after this, so I need to be prepared because it's,
Oh,
it's
okay.
the big event. So
Okay.
Do you
it's
feel
the big
the
event.
cake is going to be impacting your performance?
it might be. I think this might be sabotage. I'm not sure. From the other team. I mean, it was actually Ryan that gave it to me, and Loris
this
is
is
the
my
long con.
opponent in MGE
Yeah.
chess.
Ooh.
So, and
It's
I mean, my
rigged.
teammate isn't even here yet either, so it's not looking good.
Are you a chess pro?
No,
No.
no.
Who was saying that they're good at chess?
It's Skrill that's good at chess.
Oh, okay.
So last year, it was him and Loris being deeply, and Skrill just beat us all in chess because the rules are very different this year. But last year it was just whoever won chess.
Oh, right. Okay.
So Skrill could play chess and no one else could. So Skrill just won.
Okay.
Basically,
So is it more like MG incorporated now?
it is. There is a new set of rules which you'll get explained to later.
Perm, I have some bad news for you, mate. Cadus is sick, so you don't have a decent MGE partner.
Oh,
Put me in, coach.
I need a
think Nuze
replacement.
is ready.
I'm
Nuze is
I'm
ready.
happy
News.
to
Do
tag in.
I get to pick? Do I get to pick? I get to pick. I'll think about this, but I think I'll leave the cake for now. I'll have to continue later.
John's not happy.
We can leave the cake on the table, so then at least the stream.
It's just gonna melt more.
Yeah, we need to put it in the fridge.
Can we get a face dive donation incentive? Ooh, now you're talking.
Yeah.
Stinson, I'm sure we can look into that. I don't know why your donation would have got lost on the way, so
Talking
let's
about
try
the
and
main
find
calling
out.
segments, if Cadus is unavailable,
Mhm.
who would be the next
No.
best to try hard
Please
main
don't.
call in a pod?
I think
Don't look at me.
I think it would probably be
I-
News.
Why? What have I done?
I think News is creating a team at the moment,
Nah.
and I think you main call in that team.
No, that's not true.
I think that's true from what I've
No.
heard.
I would put money towards listening to you explain to a group of 12 puppets why they just
no.
lost the round.
Yeah, maybe Nuze can cast
I was
the pub
looking forward.
instead.
Yeah, I'd cast it.
Maybe.
I was looking forward to seeing Jason struggle to main call a pub. I don't want to do the same thing myself. But you know, I'll talk about pubs. I'll analyze them. I'll cast them. Just don't make me main call with pub players. Be too painful. I struggle with sixes players. It just frustrates me. You know?
See, all of this protesting is just make me want it more.
Oh no, I'm just gonna stop talking. You really think you can't do more perm?
Not without throwing up, and you know, I've got to be at least, you know, I've got to be able to think about the chess, play MGE, got to be on form. It's serious, you know.
Also, have you seen the chess set?
I've seen, so I haven't actually seen any of the pieces, but I know the theme and what it's
It
about.
looks pretty
It's gonna
cool.
be pretty cool, I think. Oh, there, it's on screen now.
It's cool. The chessboard has like a TF2 texture aesthetic to it.
Yeah.
And then obviously all the pieces are TF2. I think it's the medic that's the
The medic must be the queen.
queen, and the soldier I think is the king.
Soldier's the king. Interesting. There's not enough. How many different pieces are there in chess? There's only about like 6 or something.
I think you need to know this before you start.
I can't remember.
King, queen, bishop, rook, knight,
Knight,
pawn. So 6.
6. Oh, so I got it right.
Easy.
So I wonder which classes have been left out. Which classes haven't made the cut?
Oh yeah. I wonder.
NG. Wait, we're being informed. It's NG. No NG. What about? There must
That's
be,
how TF2 should
there
be.
must be 2 other classes that are missing as well, right?
There's
It's
8
8 pieces.
pieces.
Oh right, okay.
Ah, okay. So there's
each,
2 different
each knight
pieces.
is a different class.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
So it's just NG.
Yeah,
left
yeah.
out to
That's how.
dry.
Yeah, if you had to remove a class from TF2, I feel like it has to be engine.
Yeah, I think.
I
So.
mean-
I think so.
I think the game would still work without an engineer class.
I mean,
you,
dare I say it may even be a little bit more fun.
yeah.
Dust
Bowl.
Bowl, Dust Bowl without NG or Gold Rush,
Oh,
those kind of
man.
maps.
Yeah,
They'd improve.
choky maps.
They would improve.
Dust Bowl's like that's. I wish I played at the times where competitive was played on Dust Bowl. You know, that would have been something.
I remember when there was an update where you could spam the build button to make multiple centuries,
No way.
and played Dust Bowl against 5-6 entries, and literally the entire of the bottom area on that last point was just swarming with centuries.
Wow.
And I think it got patched after about a week. But for that week, it was just infinite century building.
I love the just the little periods of time where there's a game-breaking bug and you can just have fun with it before it's inevitably gonna get fixed.
Apparently in Copenhagen, there was an issue with the milk or something, that if you picked up the milk,
Oh yeah.
you could float like permanently, you could keep
Yeah.
jumping.
That's what I was going to say. I
Yeah.
didn't know it was anything to do with milk, but I just saw this thing on Twitter or something about all these scouts just jumping.
Yeah.
Is it to do
It
with
was
milk?
it was
Yeah.
something like if you throw a milk as you pick one up from the ground,
You can just jump.
you can
Definitely, that
jump
makes sense,
indefinitely.
doesn't
Yeah,
it?
sure, why not?
So remember
makes sense.
Stinson said, like, don't abuse the milk. And we were like, how? Like, it's been a day, we haven't worked that out yet.
Okay. We've got another donation, £10 from Jusketeers, saying, hope this helps. Everything helps, so thank you for your donation, Jusketeers. Bring more in, gamers. We're currently at £14,241, so we're doing pretty well.
That's pretty good.
Should be hitting 15 at some point soon.
I want us to hit 15 during the chess. I feel that's...
Yeah, that would be ideal. I want to see. So Cadus can't play.
Cadus is sick apparently.
Oh,
So
really?
I don't think he'll be coming. Yeah.
Well, that's a shame.
So I'll pick my replacement later. Applications are welcome. I'll be reviewing. Please provide your CV of including your extensive history of MDE chess competitions.
Okay.
You know, your
your
experience,
MG,
that kind of thing.
ELO.
Yeah,
the
the
whole-
ELO, yeah.
Yeah, your MG competitions, your chess competitions, and
Yep.
of course your MG chess competitions. Do you think you could make a fruitful scene out of MG chess? I mean, I don't even know the rules, but I feel like it's two of the most optimal 1-versus-1 competitions
It is.
in the world.
Yeah.
Really.
That's why it's the most prestigious
Yeah.
competition.
Yeah. I mean, MG
right.
obviously, and chess is just the next best thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those two go hand in hand.
Like you I would like to see Mike and whatever. What's that chess? That really good best chess player.
Magnus Carlsen.
That's the one.
Magnus Carlsen.
I'd like to see them too in a
Yeah, I think he was.
That would be impressive.
He was one of the first MGE chess players. I think he was lacking
Yeah,
a little bit of MGE, but I think he made up.
Yeah.
Chess was his strong side.
Yeah. I think the run that they had, from 2014 to 2016, the Mike Magnus Carlsen.
That won't be recreated again.
Yeah. That was something else.
Just the dream team.
The dream team, really.
Who do you think would be the best if you had to pick anyone? Best MG chess from the TFC community.
It's hard to say. You don't really know how good people are at chess, do you? That's the
But
thing.
you can make reasonable assumptions of people that are like probably good at chess.
Oh, Cadus, it's a shame he's not here because he did actually say so. He was actually in chess club at school.
Oh, really?
So I think that was the idea. You had this chess prodigy of Cadus.
So is Cadus allowed to kind of a la I-58 ring you or something from his bed and give you tips over the phone? Be a coach.
Maybe, yeah.
Are coaches allowed in MGE?
I mean, I've read the rules. There's nothing about coaches, so
You could be the team 3 with a
Yeah.
3.
Oh, yeah. Who knows?
You can have that idea for free.
yeah, thanks.
Right. We will be wrapping up shortly because I think we're gearing up to be MGE chessing very soon, so we'll get that set up.
I will attempt to continue the cake. I just need a break, just for you. I know everyone's going to be very disappointed, but it is very rich. It's very hot. I can't eat very much.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
It's a marathon, exactly. It's a marathon.
If you eat the cake, you become Banny, says
Well,
Ben55.
That's all the incentive I need. That's as soon as the stream cuts, face diving in.
Less dignity, more cake eating. I was surprised, Perm. I thought you could do this. I thought you could do it in a oneer.
You do not know me very well, then. This is what, Sammy knew I couldn't do this because she'd spent last weekend with me and we'd eaten together. And she knows how much I could eat.
I feel like at Rewind, because we went for breakfast a couple times. It never seemed like you couldn't eat a decent amount.
Well,
You're holding out on me, Perm.
yeah, I mean it's like one meal, isn't it? But
Yeah.
some people can just eat. They could eat 2 of those. But
Yeah.
I'm like full.
Yeah,
I'm stuffed.
yeah,
I couldn't eat
yeah.
anymore.
Fair enough.
And especially something so rich, it's difficult.
Yeah, that is true. It's it looks pretty difficult to get your head around. I don't know how many people it's intended for, but
Like I said, it's intended for a whole class at school.
so yeah.
Yeah.
F2 would have faced out that.
So I mean, you're as good as like a third of a class at the moment. That's not too bad.
As good as 3 children.
Well, your class is 9 people. That's
Well,
quite
yeah.
small.
It's pretty small.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think. I think I had pretty big classes in school now. I think we were like 30 kids.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
normally
that-
about 30
that's
kids.
about normal.
Yeah. Okay, right. We are being told to wrap this up. So, currently we're at £14,247. Let's get that rising up here as we're going to get some MGE tag team chess on the go. We've got the chessboard set up. Gamers are ready. So, Perm, Ceejaey, it's been fun on the couch, but let's have a look at some MGE tag team chess.